Hi friends, I am Dr. B.V. Rao of Putra Clinic and founder of the websites qmedicaldoubts.blogspot.in and Dr. Raghu of medicaldoubts.in. Through these videos, I am providing the basic knowledge about the commonly occurring diseases, treatments and surgery details when necessary for the medical knowledge to general people and for reference to medicos. Today I am going to discuss about the essential hypertension. Essential hypertension is a type of hypertension for which a cause of the blood pressure is not found. So diagnosis is made by exclusion. It is the common form, affects both sexes at the age of 40 to 60 years of age and is a serious condition. Usually it is hereditary and is secondary to the peripheral resistance in the renal vessels and arterioles. It is due to vasoconstriction, hence it is labile and come down when the sympathetic tone is reduced and vasodilatation is caused. Hence it is confirmed it is due to neurogenic stimuli rise in the sympathetic tone or humoral stimuli due to the circulating pressure substances acting on the arterioles. Is of two types, benign and malignant essential hypertension. The diagnostic criteria is presence of papilledema, chronic renal failure, etc. Clinical features. Usually there are no symptoms diagnosed during routine examination for some other cause. It is usually labile raising to an abnormal level under the influence of such stimuli as emotion, exercise, cold. Later, resting blood pressure becomes permanently elevated. Early symptoms may be the headache, dizziness, nervousness, irritability, loss of energy, easy fatigue and insomnia. Only in late stages there is evidence of impaired renal function and most patients may die of the effects of atherosclerosis or heart or brain. Complications. Hypertensive heart failure. Left ventricle first enlarges and signs of cardiac failure becomes manifest. X-ray and ECG confirms the left ventricular hypertrophy. Finally, with breathlessness, paroxysmal dyspnea develops. Finally, all signs of right ventricular failure appears. Cerebral manifestation. Headache, dizziness and vertigo are developed first. Later, defective blood supply may cause emotional lability and deterioration in mental powers as hypertensive encephalopathy, cerebral hemorrhage and cerebral thrombosis. Hypertensive encephalopathy. It is due to focal cerebral ischemia in which cerebrovascular spasm, edema, minor degree of hemorrhage or thrombosis may take place. Transient disturbance of vision, speech, paresthesia, disorientation and fits or loss of consciousness may occur with rise in BP and cerebrospinal fluid pressure. Recovery usually takes place without any permanent loss of function. The eye in hypertension. Vascular lesions secondary to hypertension are responsible for haziness of vision, progressive deterioration or sudden loss of vision, visual field defects or diplopia. Arteriosclerotic changes, usually best seen of the third branching of the central retinal artery. Hemorrhages. Hemorrhages of all kinds may occur, but most are superficial in the nerve fiber layer and are linear or flame-shaped and fade without trace in few weeks. Hard exudates. These are small, dense, whitish deposits deeply and consists of lipid and remain unchanged for months or years. Soft exudates, cotton wool spots, lie superficially among the retinal vessels and are recognized by their floppy appearance. Papilledema. In presence of other changes of hypertensive retinopathy, indicates a more advanced stage of malignant hypertension. The presence of soft exudates or papilledema is indicative of poor prognosis. Renal manifestations of hypertension. Renal arteriosclerosis is progressive as hypertension advances, but renal impairment is not seen in benign essential hypertension. In malignant essential hypertension, arteriolar necrosis usually occurs in the renal vessels and impairment of renal function is rapid and progressive. Treatment. The management of the patient rather than the disease is considered as it includes many systems. There is no special treatment as there is no specific cause. The aim of the treatment is to lower the blood pressure without undue side effects. Immediate treatment. Necessary in case of left ventricular failure, left ventricular hypertrophy, hypertensive encephalopathy and retinopathy. Moderately strong includes cerebrovascular accident or angina pectoris, but caution is required when there is evidence of associated atherosclerosis as it should be treated gradually. General measures. Advice should be given on healthy living in relation to diet, smoking, exercise and avoiding emotional stress. Rest. Slight restriction may be advisable as early to bed, resting after meals and rest in weekends. In case of cardiac failure, rest is very much important. Physical activity. Minimum exertion like playing golf within limits of dyspnea or tiredness is encouraged. Strenuous occupation, sudden stress and prolonged exertion are to be avoided. Diet. A low salt diet that is less than 1 gram of salt per day will often result in a reduction of blood pressure. As it is troublesome to the patient, a reduction of dose of salt may be permitted to some extent. Antihypertensive drugs. There are a number of drugs reducing the cardiac output or peripheral vascular resistance independently or in combination. Sympathetic blocking drugs. These have a selective action on postganglionic sympathetic nerves. They are debrazoxame, bethardinidine, guanethidine, methyl-dopa, clonidine, adrenergic beta receptor blocking antagonists like propranolol, atenolol, etc. Diazepoxide, chlorphia alkaloids like reserpine, diuretics like chlorthalidone and polythiazide, etc. Choice of drugs. In mild cases, diuretic with or without sedative may be sufficient. In moderate hypertension, methyl-dopa may be tried. In severe cases, dapazoxime is the drug of choice, often effective if a diuretic or a beta blocker is added. Recent drugs include atenolol, amlodipine, nifedipine, etc. may be tried. Prognosis. The woman with withhold hypertension than men. People with labile hypertension are at low risk. Who have high diastolic blood pressure along with secondary manifestation in the fundi or heart will require optimal control of blood pressure without delay. The condition is mild if the heart is not enlarged, fundi show no abnormality, no proteinuria or evidence of renal failure. That is all about the essential hypertension, and in the next video I will discuss about some other diseases. Thank you.